All right. Hello and welcome to the GH Mini Spotlight here on JLJ Media. I am the JLJ of JLJ Media. I'm James Lott Jr. You see two faces, with me, right? And so one of the faces you see every week with me, and it's my most successful male relationship I've ever had. And that's Frank Moran.
Yes, this is the way less interesting face to be sharing a screen with you today. Absolutely.
No, Frank.
Yes.
But we have somebody again, like last 2 weeks ago, we had Lucretia. There's only one. This time we had the woman who came on in different hair and outfits and earrings every week in our show 10 years ago, kids, 10 years ago. We're happy to welcome one of the OGs back to the show, Miss Ladine Harvey.
Oh my God. Thank you, James. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited.
Yeah, welcome back. We're going to talk to her, find out where she is, what she's doing, all this stuff. And she's still a Sunny fan. What's about all that soon?
I was about to say, you forgot to add Ladine Corinthos.
Corinthos.
You got to set it up nicely. You know what I'm saying? But, I'll let you have that this time.
Yeah,
I meant to tell you that before we got started. Please don't forget to add the Corinthos.
Yeah, sorry. She was, folks. Don't just be worried, folks. Before we start, I do the church announcements. Number one, so today we debuted, as my aunt says, the Beyond the Gates After Show this morning at 9 a.m. So far it's a nice success for us. We're so happy about it. About the new black soap on CBS. We have it. So Amanda Russ and Candice Mack are the hosts. They broke everything down for you for the week that wasn't, because last week was all reruns. But they talk about the show in general. We have some exciting stuff coming up. So watch that now. It's on audio. It's on video. Go check it out wherever you find your podcast. Then after that, we did the Y&R mini spotlight. Let's add Tammy Govea in there. We did that show. That's out on audio and video too. We're all kind of tired of the show, but we did the show anyway. We got through it somehow, and it's out there. But there is no audio. The Soap Jesus said no, there will be no audio for this one. So we're only on video on YouTube. So check it out on YouTube. And then we just had a very interesting, bold, and beautiful mini spotlight, as some of you guys will see and have seen. That is out now, also audio and video. Check that where you find your fine podcast. Support all of those. Yes, support all of those. Hi, Nicole Wiz. All those. After this, my chocolate twin Tony Moore and his gang. We're talking about Days of Our Lives. What happened it happened in Salem. So that's at 3 p.m. on their channel. So check that out over there. Tell them that James, Ladine, and Frank sent you. And this week, I'm interviewing Billy Flynn. Yes, Mr. Billy Flynn. He was on Days of Our Lives for 100 years, and now he's playing Aristotle Dumas, that name I don't want to say ever in my life. Kane Ashby on Young and the Restless. I've known him for about 9 years, so we're going to have a one-on-one chat this week. I'm very excited about that. And if you haven't heard already, several General Hospital actors are going to Young and the Restless. We have Matt Cohen, who played Griffin, hot priest. That remember she said that last 2 weeks ago. Lucretia is joining. Tamara Braun, the second Carly, is joining. And Michelle Stafford's been posting pictures with all of them because she worked with all of them. So it's kind of interesting. Some GH actors are going over to Y&R. What's going on there, Frank? You guys,
and I mean, we can't forget Roger Howarth going over.
Oh yeah, Roger Howarth is going over there too. I forgot about him. Almost forgot about him too. He's going over there too. They claim it's a new character. We'll see what happens. I have an idea it's going to be a different character than I think it's going to be, but he's going over there too. So they're all going over there. So I don't tell you guys. So it's kind of folks.
Like permanently, or is it just like?
We don't know. Yeah, we don't know. They don't comment on how long anymore. They used to be able to say contract role, or now you don't say that anymore. You just go to the show, right? So they don't say it anymore. So I just want to say shout out to my buddy Napoleon, who plays a cop on GH in the background. He gets a couple of lines here and there last couple of weeks. He's been brought back. He's another ex-AfterBuzzer. So I was talking to him the other day, just saying congratulations, seeing you on screen. We like our background. We're gonna do our background. We're doing that. So very good. Those are your church announcements. We're here all week. We're here all week. Tip the waitress. No, we're here all month. I have nothing coming up. Hopefully, that's gonna be crazy. So every Sunday should be here. More guests coming, Frank. I've been surprising you guys for the last month and a half. We have people. Ladine's the latest of the. We've had a guest every Sunday for the last month. Yes, I've been working on it. I told Frank I had surprises for him. So we have 3 more Sundays till our actual anniversary. So I got some people coming. So we're gonna work it out. So just follow us. Follow us.
I'm gonna
Ladine,
try my best. I'm gonna try my best
yes.
to be there for the actual
anniversaries.
Yeah.
It's anniversary. So, all right, so folks, for those who don't know who she is the OG. Her and Lucretia and Frank are the ones I hired, that I interviewed. I was on Craigslist, and she answered. And I told her this. She knows this, but I would tell you guys. So she sent me I saw some of her work from her college, and she had this piece, and I saw this beautiful she was bald, Black woman, tall, statuesque, right, Frank? Tall, statuesque. And Bowen delivered this piece that was so beautiful. And I was like, oh my God, I got to talk to her. Because I told you guys, I interviewed like 20 people. I talked to every person in person. I had interviews with them before I hired them. So do you remember any of that, Ladine, at all? Because we talked first.
Yes, I do. Because you remember I was fresh out of college. They didn't tell us anything about finding work on Craigslist, but I wanted work, but I didn't know where to search really for what I was looking for. I knew that I loved media in general, but I really didn't know which direction I wanted to go. So I just so happened to go on Craigslist, and then I saw your listing. And like I told you, I didn't think I was going to get it because you asked for headshots. I did have that, but the headshots that I sent you, I was bald. But at the time I wasn't bald, but I was like, I'm gonna submit it anyway. It also said that you wanted like a reel or something,
Yes.
or I didn't have that, but I did have something that I did in college. So I said, oh, well, I'll send him this because he can see me and I'm speaking. So maybe, this will be something. And I just submitted, I said, maybe if I get it, I will be really excited. But if not, I'll, probably be a little sad too. So when you reached back out to me, I was really like, oh my God, okay, I think this is gonna happen. I think this is gonna happen. But I said once I submitted, I said if I am able to just get in the room, I really felt like I could be able to display more of who I am in person than just talking about the things that I've done or that I want to do with myself. And from the time we met, we went to a coffee shop that you recommended.
Yep, we did.
Was it in Inglewood?
I think it was. I think it was. Yeah, it was. Where I
And I
live.
was really, yeah. That's how we met.
Yes, we did.
And I think it was that day you said, yeah.
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 My things on my end, and East Coaster says you're absolutely stunning. One of the fans said,
oh, thank you.
You're stunning. I say this because I had 40 responses, 40. I couldn't believe it. That were real responses. There were a few people that were, bots or whatever, but there were 40 responses that were for real. And I said, I'm gonna go through all of them and call people and whatever. And some people flake out. It just kind of happens. They gotta flake out. But I had 20 people that were literally legit. That I said I went to each one. I had lunch or coffee with each one.
With everybody?
I did. 20 people. I did. 20 people I sat down with in person.
Wow.
And talked to them. Lucretia was sick. I didn't know she was sick. She was sick when she totally held up. But said she was actually had to go to the bathroom and throw up a couple of times. And she had to go. I had no idea. And Frank was great. Here's the thing. So I was coming off of audition days where it's 3 dudes. And that's how we started the whole show. How we know it's 3 dudes doing a soap opera, right? So, but even though it was diverse, because when they first started, it was Black, Mexican, white. But then when the Mexican guy, when he left, they brought it back up. I was like, so it's 2 Black and a white. So but we need somebody, like I'm saying, I need women. We need women on the show.
You need a little spice.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You need some opinions, because know women are very opinionated.
But I have to say this. So you folks at home, you get emails from a Lucretia Lyon and from a Ladine Harvey. So I'm thinking, for your listeners at home who can't see me doing this, I'm thinking Ladine Harvey's the white chick and Lucretia Lyon's the Black chick. Much to my surprise, It was the opposite. I mean, seriously, it was like I kept thinking, well, that's just now I know you come from Caribbean roots. I mean, now it all makes sense. But at first, I'm like looking at names. I'm
When
like,
you told me Lucretia, I thought it was a black
hello.
woman. It's like, okay, this is Lucretia.
I
I
mean,
did,
hello.
I did, and I was like, oh, hey,
Oh,
hi.
I did too. Trust me, I did too. I mean, Frank Moran and I have regular names, so it's like, oh, whatever. So it's fine. And also with Frank, I did want a straight male voice on the show. Too bad he's not straight. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, but I wanted a straight male voice on the show. Again, I knew that straight men also did watch soaps. And so I was like, I wanted to have a really diverse panel. They told me to find 3 people. And so you 3 are perfect. I mean, like seriously, I interviewed a lot of people. There's some people who were good too, but you 3, all 3 of you guys, I just knew it. I knew it.
So did you pitch GH to AfterBuzz? Did you tell them
Yes,
that
I
you wanted to
did.
add that?
So I'm here. I mean, this is so me.
Because I feel like, no offense to the others, but I do feel like GH should have already been there.
Yeah, of course. Well, see, here's the thing. So Tony pushed Dish and Days. I mean, Days Are Our Lives. So he did that one, and that's why I asked. I go, "Is there a?" I wasn't even there fully yet. I was like, "Is there a GH show or any other shows?" And they go, "They said no." And they go, "We did a Y&R show years ago." So I checked it out. Open nobody from that show is watching you right now. It was something else. The setup. That's my name, Grandma, who would call in. I mean, I don't know. It was It was crazy the way he did it, but it only lasted like maybe 11 or 12 episodes. They just stopped it. I'm thinking, no, this is great. So when they told me, well, James, you want a show? Put it together. That's what Roxy Stryer said. And years later, she goes, James, now that I know you, it makes sense. But I would tell people that all the time, they wouldn't do it. But, I'm a go-getter, as you guys know at this point. They had no idea how. I was like, come on, you want a show together? I had a radio show at the time, which you both were on. Remember, you guys came to my radio station. So I had that, but radio is different. I mean, that's a whole different animal.
I love radio too.
Remember, we had a good time. You came.
Yes, we did.
We had a good time on the show.
James, you have done a lot. You've done a lot.
You've
done a lot.
Yeah, folks. I'm tired. No. Yeah, but no. So when they said that, they kind of said it with a tongue in their cheek, like, yeah, just put it together, or whatever. Well, I put it together, and they were like, oh. And I knew they were moving to, I remember it was at the house, but we didn't. You guys didn't go there yet. You guys didn't go to the house at all, did you? You didn't go there either.
No.
They made us wait to go to the studio because they said we're going to do a new studio. Remember, I cast you guys like in April or something. We had to wait till like September, right?
Yeah, it was like mid-August for like a mock show.
Yeah, so we did that at the new studio, right? That's what we did it. Was it there? Yes. We did a test show at the new studio, and they liked it. But they made us do another one. They go, well, can you just do one more? But they liked it. But they weren't even watching the second one, and we just did it, and it was fine. But no, when I knew it. We sat down together and got together. And we took those first pictures. We always post those first pictures. I knew it. We were the team. We were the team. That's it. Frank, what are some of your memories, early memories of Ladine?
How effervescent she was. Yeah, and just of course, just the chemistry right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Frank.
Yes.
Frank and I, we linked like this immediately. Just like I feel like James and Lucretia, you guys.
We did too. We did. No. Well, first of all, placement was very important visually. We didn't want like the white folks on this side and the black. That was the number one thing. I don't know if I told you guys that. I don't know if I told you that. That was a big deal. I was like, well, I don't want to be like black versus white or men versus women. I didn't want to do any of that.
Yeah.
So that's how it got split up. And so that's how it worked. But the fans started warming up to you guys. You and Frank over there in the corner have your little moments.
He was my buddy. Still is. We bounce off each other all the time. All the time.
What unlikely. Yes. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Frank.
So we do this for a year, and then I know that you had to make the unfortunate choice that you had some stuff in your personal life to leave. How hard was it to leave the show?
Very, very difficult because this was what I considered my first baby. The very first gig that I've gotten right out of college. And sometimes that's not hard to do, even just that, get something like right after college. But I can't touch on everything
Of
because
course not. That's fine.
it's really like still sometimes when I think back, it still kind of chokes me up a little bit. But I really had to make the best decision for myself. Um, and it was really tough. It was really, really tough because I at that time was putting, things before my life and what other people wanted and their career. And then now here it is where I have to give up the beginning of what I thought was going to be an amazing start to my life. And what I went to school for, media and all that. Having to like kind of put it to rest was a little difficult for me.
I know some of the details. I'm not gonna say that. I remember because you and I talked. We used to have talks.
Yes, yes,
I remember.
yes.
And I told her, and I'm saying this on camera, I was always behind all three of them 1,000%. I always wanted them, her, Lucretia, and Frank to all get take everything in, just take everything in. And I know that for a fact, you really wanted to be here in California doing this because you were doing like babysitting jobs, you were doing all kind of stuff and supporting
I was
somebody,
doing
doing all kind of stuff.
everything to leave my schedule open for the life that I wanted to create for myself. So whatever that meant, I was doing it. Lyft driving, private nanny, private tutor. I was doing hair. I was doing whatever I needed to do.
She was. I remember you were. You wanted to be here, and I remember you really wanted to be. You were trying to work it out.
Yeah.
Which I admire that. I mean, because we all know how this is. Coming to LA, it's not easy. Trying to make it out here.
Yeah, it has only gotten harder which
Yes.
is so
That door
frustrating.
closing, it felt like the end of the world. But honestly, that door, not, with you guys, just life in general, unfortunately, this was a part of it. But all of that needed to close as also part of my growth as a woman too, or growing into a woman and making, decisions for myself and being okay with that. Because, sometimes you think everything is just like not in your favor, but you just sometimes I'm learning now in my 30s that you have to go through life. When I left you guys, I was 25.
You were a baby.
I'm gonna be 33 next this week coming. So
Baby. Baby.
yeah, yeah.
Yes. That's why I always forget how young you were.
No, I wasn't 25. I was like,
You're 24. You were 24.
yeah, okay. I was like,
Yeah,
it's been almost 10 years now, so it's
yeah. Frank and I
definitely
are
more
old men. We're old men now, so that's but no, but but Frank looks better than I do. But we're old men. We're old men.
I had to take my
we all
little.
still look good if you ask me. We all still look good,
We do look good. We do.
baby.
We do. Frank,
So, Ladine, just by following you like on Facebook and stuff, I know you've been back in Florida, but you also have come back out to California a little bit as well too. Uh,
Yes.
are you still out here
I
now, or are
spent
you back in Florida?
yes. So I spent 3 years home, and then I went back to California. I felt like going back to California was like redefining who I am and just re-going back after like picking up where I left off. So I went back to California from 2019, and then I left September of last year. So I did another 5 years in California. And then I felt like I did everything that I wanted to do. I was a part of many projects, stage management, behind the scenes, TV production. I was very proud of the second round that I gave myself. It was a little scary at first going back, after being away for a while, but I felt fulfilled leaving again. This time when I left, it was on my own accord, not because anything has happened. When that writer's strike happened in LA,
oh yeah.
where everything was shut down, these production companies, they pay well, but there's no benefits. Like there's nothing to really fall back on. So when that year happened and there was like no filming, no work for a whole year, I had to rethink my entire life as a woman going into her 30s. Um, so that's when I decided that, you know what, I'm just gonna go home and go with my plan B. So now I do work for the sheriff's department here in Florida. and I'm really happy about it. I do feel like my life is a little bit more secure, but I'm also still doing industry work, which I thought wasn't here in Florida because I was running from it, but it's still here. So now I'm having the best of both worlds. So I'm excited.
Longtime fan Cheryl Stevens says, "You do look good. Hello, it's good to see you all together." She's a long time fan. I mean, that's
It's
everybody.
been a long time coming.
That's the thing about you. I mean, the MVP of this show is Frank, and Frank has kept it going. In some alliteration, this
Proud
whole
of you, Frank.
Frank's the man. So I get to Frank every time.
Yes.
I had to
So
claw
Frank,
dear
You've
life.
been a part of this since I've left. Like you've never.
Nope, he's never left. Nope.
That shows you how little demand there is for me. Ladine, there's so little demand. I just like
That
this.
shows how dedicated you are. Okay.
Yes, Frank.
A
Yes.
very great quality. Very, very great quality.
Yes. So he's the MVP of the show. He kept it going in some form. I did the GHP spotlight for me originally, folks, was me doing extra stuff on the side, but he kept the GH report going until the business went out of business.
True. I ran the wheels right off that thing.
Frank, has there ever been a point where you've felt weary and thinking maybe you don't want to anymore?
Not for this.
And what kept you going? What kept you saying, you know what, I'm just going to stick it through?
One, I guess, because I enjoy still watching the show, but then also two, it was, I mean, I was grateful for James to give me that opportunity, and I enjoyed doing it, and especially with AfterBuzz. If James had not started his own network, I definitely would feel a little aimless because I enjoyed doing the types of shows where we're able to do it AfterBuzz, whether it's GH or any of the other after shows that we did there. But once that platform shut down, I mean, yes, you could probably, try to do something on your own, but James already had an infrastructure already kind of built up.
Yes.
So I was very grateful that he considered, wanted to, one, continue doing a GH show, and then two, having me be part of it still.
Yes.
Chat loves Frank. They're saying they love Frank, so they love Frank's
Frank is
outro.
amazing. Yes.
Yeah,
Spirit alone.
James. You could have easily upgraded.
I don't think it gets no better than you, Frank.
I agree, Ladine. I don't either. But here's the thing. So because of AfterBuzz TV going off the air, because I'm celebrating 5 years on my own also, which is crazy.
Wow.
I was 50 years old when I started this. And I was like, I had no idea what I was going to do, but I said, I'm going to make my own network, screw everybody, do it myself. And like I said, 90 shows later, I'm doing it, obviously. But but it was because of Frank and Tammy Govea, because she was doing Bold with me. You were doing this with me. And when Tony Morris said, I'm going to continue Edition Days, I'm going to continue doing it on my own. I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to continue doing these shows. Were successful. People liked it. They're good. People tune in every week. They show our chat has 61 people in it right now. 60.
You know what I love? I remember when we first started, it was 10, 15, and we kept going. What I love about you is that it didn't matter if it was one person. You continued the show like it was 50. And I love that.
That's always why I'm glad you said that. It's always when I teach classes on this, I always tell them, treat your people well. And that's the whole thing, whether it's one person or 100. And the whole point is you're on the air. This is your chance to be who you want to be, and just give them everything. And that's and Cheryl's like, yeah, I first found you all on AfterBuzz TV. Yeah, that's I don't know, I just kind of that's what we do. We just come on and have a good time. And there's just been a few times here and there I was kind of like, I don't know. But I was like, but for the most part, it's the fans, my co-hosts. That's why I'm here still, because it's important to them, and it's just made it important to me. As they call me, the Black Godfather of soaps. I've been around for a while, kids. I've been doing this for a while.
Even the platform that you give the casts, I'm sure that even though they are doing soaps, they don't really have. Well, this is just, I don't know if it's true, but they don't really have a lot of outlets where they can come and talk about. You know what I'm saying? So I think that this is great.
Well, is there a guest back in the day? Remember, we used to bring guests all the time, right? Is there a guest you liked
Yes.
that was? I'm trying to figure out. Trying to remember if you were starstruck over a guest. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember if you were. And Robert
Stop
Walken.
playing with
Robert
me.
Walken.
Stop playing with me.
You
Stop
liked
playing
him.
with me.
You liked him. You
I know
did.
what you're trying to get at. I know what you're trying to get. We're not doing that.
So then I'll go this direction. I love it.
We're not doing that.
Everybody's giving my flowers right now. Thank you. Give my flowers. So we'll do the other way. Are there any guests you really enjoyed? Besides that, like we had Michelle Stafford on, Carolyn Henderson, we had everybody.
I think the reason why I'm gonna say Michelle Stafford is because she's a Virgo too.
Yeah, that's right. You guys
understand, her creativity. She's such an amazing actress.
Yes.
She's very adaptable. And I don't know, something about her aura. That was one of my favorites.
So you guys connected. Connected on camera with the Virgo thing. I remember that. You guys connected. She sat in the middle and we were outside. She really connected with you.
It's Virgo season, by the way.
It is. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
And so, wait, when's your birthday?
September 13th.
It's coming up, kids. So make sure you got to follow her. Make sure what you know about. But yes.
But yes, I remember Robert Palmer Walker's because he was our very first guest.
Yes.
I remember Michelle. I remember Donnell. That's
what
you're trying to get a little messy at. That's what you're trying to get a little messy, but it's okay.
But hey, girl, you got him to sing to me at the Emmys. That time you went to that Emmys. She wore this amazing dress. Yes. She wore this amazing dress. And
James.
Yes, exactly. I know what's going on.
You too much for me.
I am too much.
Let me see who else. I have posted have taken note.
We had Carolyn Hennessy who played Diane. She was on several times.
Yes.
But it's all pictures of us. We had a bunch of people come on. That's why I had people coming on all the time. We had a good time. So we still try. We
was never able to get Maurice, and I felt so way about that.
And now I'm friends with them. Ironically, now I'm friends with him. And his son. I'm friends with his son. I know. It's crazy. Now it is. But when I finally get him on the show, I'll let you know for sure. I'll let you know when I finally get him on the show.
I don't think he's doing interviews though.
Oh, he is. Oh, he's just stuff.
He is?
Oh, he has a whole show and everything now too.
Okay, but if you're gonna do that though, please make sure I'm not behind the screen. I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna be starstruck, but I would like that to be a you know what I'm saying.
They said it's great when the show is doing well. That celebrates positivity. You guys do that. Thank you. Thank you, James Frank, for continuing GH Spotlight. Thank you.
Yeah.
Doing the damn thing. I am doing the damn thing. I'm trying. But I have help. I have Frank every week, so it's not just me. So I do it every week. And I have Tammy, and I have Candace, and I have Amanda. So it's great. And all my shows I have co-hosts on. And me and Frank do Star Wars stuff too with our friend John. And so we have a good time. Yeah,
we're busy all week, ain't it?
All kinds of stuff. Yeah, all kind of. I do this every day. This is my job. My job every day. It's grown in the 10 years. I've built an empire basically. So that's what I do. We do all the Star Wars stuff. We do all the Star Wars stuff. And Andor won 4 Emmys last night. So congratulations. You did all production stuff, which made sense. The production was wonderful. But it won 4 primetime Emmys last night. So congratulations to our show.
All right.
Yes, our show.
Okay. Have you been up to Atlanta to pursue any work up there, production work? Oh, because I know that's kind of like
Atlanta is about a 10-hour drive for me.
Oh, then yes.
10 hours. So I didn't know it was that long. Oh, okay.
It's a 10-hour drive. I'm just coming up on, in the sheriff's department here in Florida, our probation is 1 year. So for 1 year, I got to stay put. But if I do have time, there are sometimes I still see castings but if I have the time and the availability, I don't mind once I'm done with probation, kind of expanding a little bit more. I'm not giving up on where I'm at. I'm just trying to just secure a future and then just have these other things in my back pocket as well. But I'm not opposed to it.
No, I feel like that's great. You have something that you feel like you can rely on, which is great because
yes,
we get older, being able to know that you can pay bills putting it above your head.
That's really what it is.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. Because sometimes in the arts or in the industry, sometimes that avenue is slim.
Oh,
You do just enough, but they forget that you have to eat,
yeah.
you have to survive,
Yes.
you need gas in your tank to get to and from. They forget all of this.
Yeah.
You got to do your hair. You got it's your neck. What you want?
Yeah. And for people that are outside of the industry, they're like, "Oh, you're in. That's great. You're set." Like,
They think, you know what I'm saying? They really think.
yeah. They're like, "No, it's not that
They
easy."
really think.
They do. They know. They do. And
Once
God
you
bless
tell
them.
somebody you live in California, they think you rich.
Yeah.
Okay. The moment you say I live in California, they think you got all the money, but they don't even know.
They're doing it all. Okay, so we'll get to the show. She wants to stay
Yeah.
to hear what's going on. And I told her it's a good week, kids. It's a good week for her to be here because the thing that happened that the shots heard around the world, the shots that made everyone stand up and cheer on social media, is one of the few times people have come together, held hands, and hugged each other because this one thing happened on a Tuesday, no less. A Tuesday cliffhanger. A Tuesday, not Friday, a Tuesday. Drew Kane, Quartermain, Captain Cutthroat, or whatever his name is, Constant Cutthroat, was shot in the back twice. Shot. Shot, 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 shot. It's shot. Everybody is and there's 10,000 suspects, which is wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
I will start there, Frank. That was. I mean, that I felt like that day and Wednesday, I was just so happy.
What I enjoyed is leading up to it. It was a variety of different characters talking to each other about how much they hated Drew.
Yes.
And all I kept on saying after each of those scenes was wrapping up was like, "Are we making a murder pact?" It's just like that's what it just seemed like. Are we just all agreeing that we're going to kill him? It just seemed like what every scene was just set up to be. So there are plenty of people to gaze at for this, which is nice. It's a murder. It's a whodunit, but not a murder mystery. It's
Right.
yes,
Right.
you still get the character alive, but the question is who shot him twice in the back. I thought the back shooting was like that was interesting. Why?
Yeah.
Because it was like were they still trying to kill him? Were they just trying to injure him? I don't know. Because I feel like there's ways you could shoot him to make sure that he was not that he's definitely
The
not.
head right there. There's a
Yeah.
head right up here. You go like, bam, back of the head. Bye. They didn't do that.
No.
I mean, it's soap, so you have to keep some type of suspense going.
Yes.
Do you guys have any predictions on who you think may
So
have?
the rest of this week is a good question. So everybody said it felt like Christmas. So the rest of the everybody, no, I'm seriously, Ladine, everyone hated Drew. I mean, like the fans, the characters, like it was so well done. I agree with you, East Coaster. It was so well done how they set this up. Like Frank said, it's kind of like it's the whole town just saying we're gonna kill Drew. So we all right. We're all gonna, you're on it. We're all gonna do it, right? That's how it kind of felt like, right? Frank, it was kind of like we're all hate him, right? Everybody hates him, right? Okay. That it was like, oh my god, and the way it unfolded the rest of this week, because they brought somebody back to Frank that I was shocked by, this chick named Jacinda. When they brought her on first, when Michael was thinking back to like he met this chick, like, wait a minute. And then when she showed up, oh my god, I laughed out loud when she showed up to Nita and Portia. Hi, they're like, Jacinda, hi. So there's a whole other thing about them too. But bringing her back into the mix is interesting, very interesting. I didn't expect that. There's so many suspects, and I feel like, and with Tracy saying, Michael, I know you were there. Didn't see that coming either, Frank. So, Latina, it's a hard. I really don't know. To tell you the truth, it's so well done. I'm not sure. There are some obvious people, but I'm not sure. Frank, I don't know. What do you think of Frank? I mean, I don't know. In general, what do you think?
I mean, they've been playing it that Willow's kind of who's kind of Drew's fiance, Drew's obsession, Ladine. He just wants
Mhm.
her used to be married to Michael, stole her away from him. Uh, but Will's got her own issues after losing custody of her kids, where she was going into Michael's other child that he had with another woman and messing with the baby and trying to freak them out just to get payback for them. So Willow's not operating with a full deck at the moment. So
Okay.
I could see it being her. Like for as much as she's like, oh no, want Drew, that maybe she's going for some payback. So I'll throw out Willow as somebody that
Well,
to start.
Frank, when she hugged Drew and it was like I laughed like, oh my god. So so this chick was like, I'm done with you, but she feels like he's her only way to get her children back. So he taking whatever he can get from her because a clueless man. So he goes in to hug her. Her face was like, this man disgusts me. Like she was just like, I could stop laughing. Like, oh my
But she
god.
still accepted the hug
She did because she had to.
because
Because she had
okay.
to. The hug was like, I believe in you, Drew. Help me, get my kids back. I believe in
Yes.
you.
So
Not
she's basically using him.
yes. He's hugging her because he loves her. So he's hugging her for that. And she like, okay, yeah, I love you too. But she didn't say that. But it's like that her
Yes.
face said it all. Her face and body language said it all.
And
Like,
even when other friends of hers were like, "You can't go back to him," she's like, I know what I'm doing now. I will do anything it takes to get my kids, even if
okay,
I have to be with a jerk like this."
yes. Seriously. She was like, I gotta do this. I mean, she feels like she's at her wits end. But what Frank's talking about, because you were a nanny, Ladine, what she would do is the mother would go away for a second, come back in the room, the baby was turned around. Or the one time they changed her clothes and turned her around. She walk in there going, "Was the baby this way? Wearing this?" And it was like, and so she do things like that.
Okay.
So the
Okay.
uncle was like, "Am I going crazy? Like, am I going crazy?" But Michael figured out it's Willow sneaking in there,
Oh
screwing
my
with. I almost
God.
said a word, screwing with
Yeah.
her.
You said you
I was like, okay, and okay. So we learned that Michael was down the street. Tracy saw that car. Willow claims she just went for a walk, but then Nina jumps in with she was with me.
Oh yeah, just
Because
how
Nina and
about
Willow are mother and daughter, estranged mother and daughter. Willow didn't like that. Willow tried to call her out on it, and she's like, "No, girl, I'm trying to give you an alibi. No, you trying to get yourself an alibi. No, I'm trying to give you." So each one thinks the other could have done it.
all right, Ladine, I'll ask you because just yeah, this is the Willow and Nina situation. Willow the daughter, Nina the mother.
Mhm.
Nina actually kind of had like this love-hate relationship with Drew, and it spilled over into just like a little hate sex kind
Hate
of.
sex.
They
Okay.
would have hate sex. And then a little while they had been continuing on kind of that hate sex, kind of dancing around for months, and then Drew kind of really falls in for Willow. They start smooching, and Drew kind of tapers off on the hate sex with Nina, but nobody ever tells Willow that either of them had it hooked up until
That's
recently
wrong.
that came out.
That's wrong.
That's right.
It was wrong.
That's wrong.
Yep.
And not on nobody else's behalf except for his. Because I'm a strong believer on just letting people telling them the truth and then letting them decide how they want to go about
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
And Nina would agree.
They're
She's
all
too
thinking
scared.
Scott. They're all thinking Scout shot him. That's funny. So Scout. That's all. I think Scout shot
Why
him
is that so funny?
because she's a kid. She's like 12 years old, which they've done on shows before. Kids have shot people before,
Mm,
but they ended it with Scout being missing on Friday. I didn't see that coming either. I was like, oh,
I boy, I would love it if it was Scout. That would be
me too.
amazing.
Oh, me too. Why
Because I
not?
feel like, yeah, I feel like that's a way that, Drew's not gonna Drew's not gonna testify against his daughter.
No, right? Of course not. It's your baby. They didn't do anything. I mean, she's 12 years old.
anything is possible in soap opera.
That's true too.
Anything is possible.
That's true.
And
They said,
lady, just so you know, Drew had put out a restraining order against all the remainder of Scout's family and relatives. so they could not be within 50 feet of her. The only person that is exempt is just Drew himself and Willow. That's
And
it.
Willow.
But her grandma, all her aunts, her brothers, no.
Yep. Nope. Can't see him. Restraining
The
orders.
Yeah.
isolation tactic. Interesting.
Yep.
So that 12-year-old could have got that gun and gone to town on dad.
I know. Oh yeah, they also figured out she switched baby in the hospital. I didn't tell Ladine the whole story, but I'm just like, I just gave her basics of what was going on there.
I was gonna say.
There's a lot. We don't do a lot, but we don't want to bombard Ladine with all the details. It's a lot. Scott, that would be crazy. I know. I love, but they've done kids before.
Speaking of all this, because I know that you have not kept up with the show as much, but your mom still does. So
yes.
What has she told you recently that is at all kind of like, maybe I should I give it a try to catch up again? What is something she's told you?
Well, just recently, maybe like for the past month or so, she's been managing 2 offices, so she's been a little, catching up on sleep or working. But because I haven't watched it in a while, the names I won't be able to, because they're always swapping people out in soap opera. So I'll have to get back to you on that.
Well, thank
Get
God.
her opinion on some things, or the next time around, I'll have my mom sit in with me.
There you go.
Oh my God, I love it. I sure, why not? I love it. Oh my God, I love it.
Because she's been a long time. I've been watching GH since I could see.
Wow. I love it. I love that. Oh my God, I love that. So as Lady was asking, we can go through that lens. Okay, so obviously Michael is the suspect. Obviously, because that's his Uncle Drew slept with his wife and that whole thing. Right.
I mean, I guess because it all matters, like, because he does have that alibi with Jacinda, I guess, at the rest at the PC Grill. But I don't know how much time is from him having that drink and chat with her to when he's sitting outside Michael's house. Whether he went in or not, but he's maybe thinking about going in. Yeah.
Right. I don't know either. So, but he's a total suspect, obviously. Willow, we just described, she's a suspect, obviously. I just mentioned her mother, Nina, so she's obviously a suspect. But Nina and Portia's conversation, Portia's hilarious. They were hilarious. So it's great that they know all about my hatred for him out openly, but yours is in secret. Only a few people know. And she's like, yes, Curtis, your daughter, and you. She's like, well, yeah, me too. I was laughing the whole time as they were dancing around, like, so it's good you were with your daughter last night in the rain. And it was good you were at the, they're hilarious. I loved it. Because again, Drew was blackmailing Portia because he hates Curtis. Portia and Curtis are married. So to get through Curtis, he went for his wife, his daughter, and Aunt Stella. Poor Aunt Stella. Going to Aunt Stella. So Curtis was hot. We didn't see him really this week. He's hot. They mentioned him. Stella thinks he did it. Like, not by Curtis. He can't. He didn't kill a body. But they think he might have done it. So Curtis is a suspect too. So I think, but so is Portia, and Portia and Nina work together. They're the ones who hired Jacinta. So she's like, friend to friends. I need some money. I was laughing. I need some. I was like, that's right. Her money ran out apparently in Australia. I'm like, how much did they give her? Like,
did they give her like, was it 10,000 or 20,000?
That's a lot of money. A lot of money.
Well,
to live off of.
I mean, it was never supposed to be forever, but she did. I am sure she was not minding that budget, and she went hot on that budget in Australia. She lived fast.
I don't know if it was forever, but she'll be gone for a while. I mean, it was supposed to be like, stay out the country, bitch, because we got to hide you. 10,000. I need more than 10,000 to hide my ass. I need like 50 or 100,000, 200,000. Yeah, that's a million. Come on, Frank.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've gone on the radar with that.
Yeah.
The weird part about that too is because like Curtis had arranged with Felicia to get Jacinda to come back, but then she was gone. So that the thing was that Drew had gotten to her. So if Drew had gotten to her, I mean, she's back in Port Charles, so clearly it wasn't anything. Like she was fine. She was acting like nothing had happened. So I don't know. I don't know, Ladine. How long do you think you could live in Australia with $20,000 in your pocket?
Like James said, 20K nowadays.
It's-
$100 is $5 now.
That's
Okay. You could go through some money right now, fairly quickly. So maybe about 50, 75. I go wherever you want me to go. You want me to live underground? Yeah, I do that. I will be out of sight, out of mind, that's for sure.
How much longer do you have for your sheriff's program?
Um, my probation is up November 1st.
Wow. And then what's the difference between being on probation and not on probation in terms of that?
Well, I'll be going back on probation because I'm going to be joining the academy at the end of the year to be a deputy. But I had to do 1 year first as a detention technician.
Okay.
So right now I've been on my little workout grind so that when I take the physical fitness test, you know, I don't have to take it twice. So
How long is the academy?
3 months. But there's a pre-academy. So there's some tests that I need to take before I even go into the academy. So I have to
Okay.
get those completed, but I can't start those until a month out from my probation date. So anytime after October 1st, I can start taking like those pre physical agility tests and those questionnaires,
Wow.
like
Do
tests.
is marksmanship included in that as well, or no?
Is what I'm sorry.
Marksmanship, like guns and anything like that, weaponry, or is that part of it too?
I already go to the gun range, so I'm not even worried about that. I love the state of Florida. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, we also forgot before we get to even further into this. So the custody hearing between Michael and Willow had a judge. She did too.
The judge?
I didn't see that coming. I was wondering how they were going to use her in the situation, but she ended up floating in the piers, and the boys found her. Oh, she did. Okay, so Frank, that's Sidwell, isn't it?
Oh, of course. Like, we already know that Sidwell paid her off. She's calling afterwards just because she has one conversation with Chase and she starts freaking out, not knowing already that because Marco blabbed about paying off the judge to Drew, that her time that judge's life was already on a short list to be ended. So that phone call was just a convenient excuse to get her to go over to Spoon Island, and then they just choked her out, lady. They choked her out and threw her in the river.
Oh, one second. Sorry, Terrence Matthews. I didn't see it. The chat when sometimes the chat goes slow, it goes fast. I didn't thank you for saying so. I did not see it. Thank you for the super chat for 199. And he says, "What if this leads to a humility story for Drew? He wasn't killed." So sorry, Terrence. I didn't see it. I didn't. It went by. Sometimes the chat goes in different stages. So I didn't see it. So there you go. Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I will be curious to see what comes from Drew out of this. I don't everybody we're still hanging a light on how the fact how different Drew is now as he was when he first came back to Port Charles. So whether it's the same Drew, he's been replaced by somebody else, who knows
Oh,
what
I've
it
heard
is.
all the rumors, Frank.
Yeah, who knows?
I've heard all you guys out there in let me just say this for a second. You guys out there in television land, you guys out there in comment land, some of your theories sound wonderful, sound like great story, sound amazing. I doubt it's any of those things, but they sound great. If Drew turns out to be somebody not Drew, that'd be kind of fun. But I don't know where you guys are getting this stuff from. It's good imagination. I feel like they've never. I don't know. So it's kind of funny to me. I'm seeing this, and I just took it as Drew took a dark turn. I mean, I mean, 'cause they've done the whole mask thing before on soaps and stuff. But you guys are really thinking it's Shiloh, and that Shiloh is the one who shot or Drew shot. This is Shiloh. I mean, I don't know. It's very interesting. I mean, I think characters do go bad sometimes, and then they can be redeemed or whatever. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the thing with the Drew stuff is that we just see him acting like a jerk all the time, and there's no real like person that he's like having like a genuine conversation
Right,
with, even to even know like why he may be feeling he needs to behave the way that he's been behaving.
right.
Uh, so you know, so I think that's what I think that leads people to be thinking like, oh, it could be somebody else impersonating him, because that would explain the sudden shift that we've seen in the way that Drew's behaving. Um, it could not. It could be just like you said, James. You know, he got beaten up in prison, and he's got something wrong, and now he broke bad, so to speak.
I don't. Like I said, I don't know. I mean, Cameron said he has read with the Shiloh stuff. He thinks it's hilarious. That's what I'm saying. I don't. I mean, I'm saying that people are really coming up with these real elaborate things. I'm like, wow, that sounds great. I mean, it's like some good fan fiction, but I don't think I'm going to see that on screen.
Yeah.
I think it's just simply they changed the character of Drew. I think it's you know what I mean. Like, they need a villain, so Drew's a villain.
Yeah, and who knows? Even they don't reveal anything, and it is still just the same old Drew.
Yeah,
Does he change after being shot twice in the back and almost dying? Who knows?
that's the thing. So okay, so at the same time, Kai and Trina, which Trina is Curtis's daughter, they get into Drew's house because Kai works for Drew to get the information the blackmail information that he has on Portia, which is her mother. They get in, but here's the deal: he left the door open in the safe, and he dropped the bat. So his fingerprints are on the bat, Frank.
They are those
That's fine. They're
fingerprints
going to
are on the
find
back.
out, right? They're going to find out, and then when she goes back, they go back to her place. They have this. They have this stuff. They decide to burn it.
Yeah,
What
which is
you know
great.
what I think it was great. It was a good idea.
For sure. Yeah, burn that thing. Yeah, it's all gone. Yeah, I mean, there's there's no way to prove that they took it if that evidence does not exist anymore.
Right. It was very smart.
Yeah.
Very smart. They did that. I was like, okay. Um, but I was like, okay, so I guess Trina could be a suspect on some level. I
Well,
guess Kai, I mean, right? I guess
I
maybe.
mean, with them being there at the scene, we know they're not suspects because we saw what was going on that whole time. So we
Right,
know
right.
they're not there. But I mean, it doesn't. I think for the law, for the police, Ladine, I'm sure could speak more to this. It doesn't serve well if somebody was at the scene of a crime and sees somebody injured and they just leave instead of calling for medical assistance or calling the
Mm,
like,
definitely a red flag.
yeah, we gotta go.
People in the chat are like, Kai is a doofus. People in the chat are half and half. They want you to stay bad. And others want him to turn good. East Coast just said, let's be honest. It was not working when Cameron scored the role of Drew in the beginning. There you have it.
I mean, that's very true. But certainly the way that he was written now, I don't know how long-term sustainable that kind of character is. It works great to set this up as the who shot him. Great. You really want that writing to make it seem like he's just the worst person on earth. And there's so many reasons why so many people want to kill him. But if the plan is to kind of keep this character around long term, I don't think you can have him be just so arch the whole time. Because you need to be able, because otherwise we're always going to want to keep getting rid of him. You got to be able to kind of ride that flow a little bit. There's times where he's going to be bad, and then times where he's not so bad, and then other times where he is. Otherwise, I think we'll find ourselves back in the same position again.
Well, this is what you call the Who Shot JR from Dallas. And everyone wanted to shoot JR. But I feel like the difference between JR and Drew was you love to hate JR. JR, JR would do things with a smile on his face. He'd be mean, but he was it was a wink and a smile in there. And so I think it's almost similar. After JR got shot, they had to kind of they didn't really fully redeem JR. They didn't really redeem. He was still JR, but they made him a little lighter. I think a little bit. But I feel like that's what Drew got to figure out what kind of personality will Drew now have. Well, it depends. He may be paralyzed.
I really hope they don't do that because I don't. We already saw that with Curtis recently, and those storylines never really go anywhere.
Well, I agree with you, but they always do it though. He says you can say it's near his spine. It's near his spine. So Ladine got shot in the back near his spine.
Ugh.
So I'm just saying, why there? Obviously, Frank, if they shot him there,
yeah.
I mean, it's probably going to. I know I'm with you 1,000%. I'm with you 1,000%. I am not yet. So someone's bringing up Adam Chandler. Saying, was Adam Chandler's villainy explained? Yes. Once it was revealed, we accepted him for who he is. So maybe that's what we need from Drew.
Yeah,
but again, I'm going to say before Frank says something. Karen Madison says no. David Canary. I was going to say that. I was going to say that out loud. David Canary was an actor unto himself. I mean, Adam Chandler is a character among all characters on television that was so good. I just want to say that.
No, and it's true. Like David Canary's. What's great about his performance is that while Adam can do despicable things, his performance can still make you intrigued and compelled and engaged with that character. So even when he's being bad, you still feel some connection to that character. I would say that Drew at this point does not have that same sort of impact. I think it's more just probably closer to the character you don't want to name, James, where it's just like when he's on screen, they just rally and you just want him gone. And you're not having that other part from the performance that gets you just like, oh, okay, yeah. I can love to hate him or he can drive me crazy, but I still want him on the show. Right now, we're just at the performance level where it's just like, I just want him gone.
Oh, they're saying Valentine is more like an Adam Chandler.
For sure. I mean, but James Patrick Stewart, again, another phenomenal actor.
I know, right.
Well.
Right. Or even Sonny. Sonny is a villain. I mean, you think about it, he was, he's getting ready. He was a villain with a heart of gold. That's the whole thing.
He's a heavy hitter. Let's that's a heavy hitter right there.
Well, as you know, Ladine, because she is a Sonny Corinthos aficionado. The thing about Sonny was he never beat up women. The mother of his children were always protected on some level. He loves his family. Those were his codes, right? Those were his codes. But he killed people and did things. I mean,
heavy hitter.
Certified. Yeah.
Certified.
But people like him. I mean, that's the thing. People. Somebody's like, James, you always talk about Dallas. What about Dynasty? Well, let's see. Dynasty. Alexis. She was a villainess, but you loved her on some level. You wanted to see what she was going to do, right? I mean, it was like same. Again, same thing. Or Adam. Oh, see, Mike. Adam Carrington was a mean kind of character, but you understood he was trying to get back into this family that he was taken from. That was his role, And again, you have Gordon Thompson, who was a great actor. He was a great actor. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of characters out there who are that anti-hero / kind of villain that work.
Yeah. I mean, and if we look at like James Patrick Stewart again, like the show gave him a big hole to dig out of.
Yes, they
when
did.
They brought him first on the show. And his performance, despite some of the scenes that he was given, was still able to make people to win you over.
Yes,
absolutely. So
David was brilliant. No, I wasn't really saying to you, East Coast. I'm just saying, if we're gonna talk about David Canary, he to me he's way up here.
Yeah,
I'm just saying he's just way up there. They're bringing up Alexis was vulnerable when it came to her children. Exactly. Roger Thorpe, another great one from Guiding Light, another one who he loved his daughter Christina Blake, and he had weaknesses for Holly, and he was friends with Maureen. So the thing is, if you show it, like Luke and Laura, Luke was a villain. He was a villain when he came in. He raped Laura, folks. I mean, that's the whole thing. But he was somebody he had a horrible upbringing. Him and Bobby came from prostitution. And so they explained stuff. So he became kind of this anti-hero. So he was like, he wasn't the greatest father, but he wasn't horrible. Like they worked that character out in a way that a lot of us like him. Yeah. Like Luke. I mean, they paired him with people that it made sense. I just think that with Drew, it just seems sudden he was just bad all of a sudden. And I will admit that. It just seemed like all of a sudden, I almost feel like that was the new writing, just saying, screw this noise, let's just do this.
I mean, it could be that too. It is just, I feel like right now we have not had the humanizing scenes of this Drew. This is him just being 100% arch bad guy. I'm going to tick a lot of people off.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's just crazy. But back to Dynasty. Dynasty was not as good as Dallas. Sorry, folks. That's another show too. Dallas is my favorite primetime show ever. Dynasty was good. I watched all the seasons. I even watched the new one on CW. But to me, Dallas was the standard to which all others come from.
All right, Jim. I will ask then for you. So if we're taking Dallas, Knots Landing, Dynasty, the Colbys, Falcon Crest, out of those 5, how are you power ranking them?
Dallas number 1, Knots Landing number 2, Falcon Crest number 3, then Dynasty and the Colbys 4 and 5. And I always say that because even though Dallas and Dynasty were the biggest ones of that whole era, obviously, and they're all good. I loved all of them. I was a huge fan, but I think Dallas is Dallas is the standard. Empire was Dallas, just set in music. There are a lot of shows that are set up with the good brother. They were Cain and Abel. They were Romeo and Juliet with Bobby and Pam. Like it was always these things, these tropes that were seriously Cain. Dallas invented the cliffhanger.
Frank, would you tier them the same way, or do you have a different?
Yeah, Falcon Crest was a show that I was Knots Landing. I just never really got into either of those shows as a kid. It was like, yeah. So I always like the idea of like the continuity to Dallas, but I still never got into the show. So I probably put Dallas, Dynasty, Colby's, and then only because I never watch the shows, would say Knots Landing, Falcon Crest. And that's only because of just lack of viewing. I can't speak to the actual quality of the shows.
They used to call Falcon Crest Dallas with grapes. That was the whole thing. I mean, seriously, and Knots Landing was actually the guy wrote Knots Landing first. And then they said, we need something glitzier, and they came up with Dallas. So Knots Landing was actually first. David Jacobs wrote that, but then they put Dallas on first, and Knots Landing came after.
Oh, wow.
And it's interesting, I know. And Dynasty basically is Dallas with oil. It all goes back to Dallas. I'm sorry, you guys. I like Dallas. Yes, and yes, Rick. Then we got Rick hot up in the basement. The hilarious trio that I never thought we needed, but I love them, of Ava, Christina, and Alexis. And it's so funny because this ties into Drew too, lady. It ties into Luke also, because Alexis is the grandmother of Scout, the little kid. And they're all a family. It's all being, and she told Drew in public, "I will kill you." Said it in public. Public place. So obviously she's, Dante comes over there. Dante knows she ain't gonna say. Say something to say. Say yes to her. That it was not gonna happen. But he came where he tried. He was like, oh, okay. They left. So I'll see you with my lawyer, sure, my counsel. But Ava being excited and like, where's the bubbly? She's like, my mom's sober. I'm like, oops. That made me chuckle. But she's like, you two are my alibi. And they look at each other like, what? I'm like, so it's kind of funny. They're so deep. They're so deep in, the three of them. I love it.
What I like is that the way that scene plays, Alexis confirms or denies nothing about her involvement with Drew. Like, nothing. Like,
Ava was like, did you come from the back door? No, I came from the basement. She goes, that's like somebody who's guilty. You usually come through the back door. I laughed so hard because Ava would know. Obviously, everyone would know. That's what makes it even funnier. It's like Ava's a villainess. Christina's now a villainess on many levels. She's totally Sonny's daughter. And then you got Alexis, who's done all kind of stuff. And now they have to work together. They can't bullshit each other. But you're right. Alexis gives nothing up. But Ava's kind of like, cheers to you, girl. Like, yeah, you. She's into it. And Christina's like, oh my God. You know, it's hilarious. To me, it's hilarious.
What I like is that I at first wasn't sure how they were going with Rick on that, whether that blow from Ava killed him or just knocked him out. So glad that he was only knocked out. I was like, no, you can't be killing Rick.
Right.
So I'm glad that's not how it turned out to be. I'll be curious to see how long it takes before somebody else that isn't Alexis, Christina, or Ava find their way into that basement.
Well, Medora just said, unlike Drew, Rick is a charismatic villain. Because he's Sonny's brother. There's that whole thing going on. He raped Sam. He took Carly in a basement and tied her up years ago. So he did all that stuff, and that's getting a taste of his own medicine, kind of. It was kind of funny, because he was, blackmailing Alexis. So I mean, he's such a good. Oh my God, we love him. So, how is Rick being fed, being clean? Nobody cares about that stuff. It's so what? How's he go to the bathroom? Nobody cares.
He being clean? I like that.
They said, how's Rick being fed, being clean? Go on, Samantha. Nobody cares.
I can't get into the story because I don't know how he's being cleaned.
I love it. Rick Hurst can act in the dark. Yes, he can. He's good. No, he's good. And so I'm saying, going back to the whole Drew thing, I think all three of us can agree you can be redeemed on soaps. I mean, I don't think it's too far.
No, I mean that's what soaps are all about. Like you can easily write to a redemption. It's all just one, it depends on the performance of the actor to sell it. And two, it depends just how much the audience is willing just to embrace it.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Again, I go back to Sonny and Jason. They're not. I mean, they're kind of villains, but they're not. I mean, they're very loved. They're very loved. I mean, that's the whole thing. Carly came to town and slept with her mother's husband, and went to town and did all that. And so she's kind of not a villainess anymore officially. She's kind of like a woman of the town. But she came from those loose beginnings. I mean, they all did. I mean, Laura's killed people back in her past. She just has some loose beginnings. I mean, I always feel like, they always say this lady to people nowadays, because soaps have been on for so long. Everyone has a checkered past at this point. So you can't really go for, you can't treat it like real life on some level, because it's all ridiculous. I mean, on some level, I mean, sure. But it is. I mean, everybody's had something they've done. Yes, Alexis has killed before, right? I mean, she has. Right? We love Alexis. I mean, she's still a lawyer, and we love her. I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like, and when Sonny was talking to Diane, she's like, "Oh, you're inviting me for a drink?" He's like, "It's just work." She's like, "Oh, I thought so." I laughed so hard. But again, folks, please. The hair department of General Hospital. I love Carolyn Hennessy. That is our girl, friend of the show for years. We love her. Love her red hair. And short hair is really good on her. Whatever this wig is that you have on top of her head should be horsewhipped. Carolyn Hennessy, that's my girl. Do we do my girl like that? That wig, Ladine, the wig ain't working.
I gotta look it up now.
You have to look it up. It ain't working. I'm like, I don't know what shape that is or what color red that is. It's like, okay, come on, folks. Come on, don't do my girl like that. Please don't do my girl like that. I said that last week. I'm saying it again because I love Carolyn. Carolyn knows I love her. Chat's all laughing at me. But you know what I'm talking about, chat. She's gonna see it. They're just gonna look it up. Look up Carolyn Hennessy GH recently. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'm like, that wig is a little okay. Come on, folks. I was staring at her wig while she was talking to Sonny. I hope it's not her own hair. I mean, it looked like there was added stuff on top, unless they put in clicks, put in extensions.
Mm-hmm.
It could have done that too, but either way, we need to work it out. Oh, the wig is the new boss. I know. I was like, girl, I'm like, don't do that to her, girl. I don't do that to her. I'm like, come on, folks. I love me some Carolyn. So let me do that to her. Anyway, take it to the stables for Cody. Her hair. Oh my god, that's so funny. Go ahead, Nick's travel videos. Carol loves the crazy hair. She loves the crazy. Well, I guess she loves it. Good for her. I don't like her. So okay, we don't know what Drew yet. Okay, so Drew had they had a cute little montage at the end with Anna talking it out. So here are the suspects, kids. Everybody follow along. We got Michael. I guess they're saying Tracy isn't a suspect, I guess, right? She found him.
As right now, no.
Okay, so Michael, Willow, Carly, because that's her son, and she was like, she pissed at Willow and Drew. Carly, Sonny. I guess Jason isn't. They're not saying him at the moment. He's been gone.
Yeah, he's been out of country, so I mean,
Out of country, so it's not him. So Jason. I'm saying Sidwell because you just don't know. I mean, he could have done something to like try to silence him.
True, but I don't know. Like the police aren't aware.
Right. I'm saying for us. I'm saying that's at home.
Yeah.
You know, for us and for Ladine and you and I'm putting him in. He in there. You like Sidwell, Ladine. He's hot. All right. So then we got then we also got Curtis. I'm just gonna say, well, Trina and them in the other room. So you know, it wasn't Trina and Kai. They're in the other room, but they'll be suspects, obviously, because they were there.
Yeah,
they didn't do it. Then we have Jacinda when she's back in town. So I mean, there's a reason.
Yeah.
We already said Portia and Curtis. Am I missing? I don't think Stella did it. It'd be funny if Stella did it. That'd be kind of funny. I'll put her as a suspect.
Yeah, I mean Nina.
We said Nina, and then, but I guess Martin is. Well, I know Martin might be. We don't know. He played it off with Lulu like he just got killed or whatever. Like got shot. So maybe Martin.
Yeah, I feel less about him though. I mean, he lost a payday, but and he's he was going after Stella, but I don't think that would drive him to murder.
Okay, well, Alexis.
Yeah,
obviously. What about Laura?
Nah, I don't think so. Monica. It's probably Monica.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Monica got down from upstairs or some conference or wherever she was, and she went there. Or let's say Marco. That would be a good twist too, in a weird way, kind of.
I don't know.
I'm not saying it should be him. I'm saying that would be. Well, people are saying Scout or Danny. Danny protecting his sister. They're all Miss Wu. But Miss Wu had nothing against Drew. She had something against Sidwell.
Yeah.
There's like the entire cast. Me, James Lott Jr. I'm like, I want to shoot him too. Shit, I was in there too. No, Anna's a double agent, but Anna didn't. She didn't do it. I don't think, and I don't think because they're so busy at that other storyline, so we know it's not Jack and all them.
Yeah,
they're busy in that storyline. There were 2 shots, but I think it was the same person who shot him twice, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see it as a second shooter situation.
That'd be kind of cool though if it was 2 people who shot. Like, you get your shot, I get mine.
I came all the way here with a gun. I'm gonna fire.
I'm gonna shoot him. I don't care if he's shot already. I'll get my nicks in. That's how petty I am, lady. And I'll be like, I'm getting my shot in for sure. Oh, I don't care if you're laying down already. You did me wrong. Take that. Okay, that's how. But they're saying Willow first shot, Nina second shot. That's actually hilarious. That actually is hilarious. Oh yeah, Portia says she has Isaiah as her alibi because they were sleeping together. Oh yeah, so Curtis's woman, they break up because she lied this whole time. She's a bit with the other hot man. It's a hot male doctor. He black. He plays on it. He plays Dr. Isaiah Ganem. And they started. They had sex
right there in her office.
In her office. I was like, they can't be comfortable. I'm too old for that kind of stuff anymore. I'm like, that's the desk. I'm like, oh.
And just a little bit after the rest, her daughter walks right in. Doesn't pick up on anything.
But the ladies laughing. I'm like, lady. I mean, when I was younger, I could go on chandeliers and leap on. I could do all kind of stuff. Not James. Not anymore. Those days are over. You're lucky if I show up. You're lucky if I'm there. I'm like, that's other than that. No special tricks. Those things are done. I'm like, all of those corners, those desks are not, they're not comfortable desks. I'm like, we're going desks. I mean, they went to town in there.
Young, wild, and free.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. But they were doing it in there. So anyway, so I guess he's her alibi. I guess.
Yeah.
So maybe. But then, so y'all gonna think it's Curtis? I guess you're gonna think it's him then.
Yeah, I don't think it's Curtis though. I don't know. I feel like Curtis as a former police officer would be smarter to make sure nothing was going to be tying him to anything. So I don't know. I don't.
Well, Curtis is considered the good guy, right? He's the good guy of the show.
Yeah,
I guess it'd be kind of cool if he was driven to it, even though he's busy stiffing that Jordan again. You know, if she hadn't pushed me to get together, you know, I don't know, maybe I would. I don't know. And Jordan, like, really? I was like, okay. I mean, I don't mind. I like seeing some chocolate love in the afternoon. I'll take it. I mean, I'll take it any way I can get it. But I was just like, what's going on here? So I try to say the whole time Curtis was really in love with Jordan and not Portia?
Well,
come on,
it's
Frank.
tough. I mean, he gave Portia a second chance, a third chance that he never gave Jordan.
He said that. He said it. He goes, I didn't give you an, I gave. But he said we have more in common than him and Portia. He said that.
That's true.
Come on, Frank. Come on.
Just get it on already.
Get it already. James just lie there. I do. Okay, that's what I do. I do. If it was an assassin person, they would know how to kill him. So not Curtis, someone who knows guns. Oh, that's a thought. Well, my thing is, what do you need to know about guns when you shoot in the back, so you got him down, well, shoot him in the head.
Yeah.
The head's right there.
Shoot him in the butt cheeks.
The buttocks. Doing the buttocks. I'm like, I like when Portia goes off and screams and throws things. As she does all that, she gets mad. Doing shit. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I mean, I kept going with you guys, I guess, on that, but I just feel like, I mean, he was laying on the ground. The second person, they stepped up closer. So I have a feeling the person didn't want to kill him. Okay. All right. Before we go, we're going to say goodbye to Ladine, who joined us and stayed on. This was fun. Thank you, Ladine. We love you. Thank you so much for our history. Being part of our history.
Please don't forget. Please don't forget to include me in the anniversary show.
I will include you. I'm gonna ask Lucretia if she'll come back. I'll see if she'll come back. Maybe
please, Lucretia, come on back. it's one Sunday. Come on.
I'll ask her. I will ask her.
Come on, girl.
I'll ask her.
And from now until then, I'll try to catch up on some episodes so I have a little more, you know, to contribute to this madness that's going on.
It's good right now. Ask your mom. It's good right now. It's good. The chat saying yes, please visit again. Yes, please. So yes, we'll visit again. She's a friend of the show. So yes, she'll be on.
Frank, it was an absolute pleasure to see you again.
It was absolutely all mine.
I thank you so much for being like one of the best partners. James, thank you again for the opportunity. I will forever be grateful and indebted to you for my first opportunity. So thank you.
Thank you for being part of our history, folks. When I say bye to Ladine Harvey, follow her at Ladine. Follow her there.
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry, you missed something.
That's where you're at, right? You're at Ladine J.
You missed something. No, you missed something.
Corinthos.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Bye.
Wow.
All right, that's funny. Everybody like to say, okay, so here's another theory, Frank, that people have seen in the chat. Drew paid Jacinda to shoot him, but not kill him to set Michael up.
I mean, yes, for sure. I mean, hey, I'm not going to put that above Drew at all. Interesting.
What I enjoyed, folks, Portia in that operating room, she thought for a second, didn't she, that she was not going to help. It was like, come on, Portia girl. and her hand slipped down like, let him die. I was like,
Where she's just kind of staring off for a little while.
he
And
did.
hey, girl.
Oh, he's like Portia, Doctor. She was like, oh, okay. And then it switched out. I was like, oh my god, that's hilarious. She was like, she thought about it. She think back to him blackmailing her.
Yeah, I don't discount that theory about Drew hiring Jacinda. But one, then why would she need that? Why would she be hitting up Portia and need it for money? Because I'm sure
That's what I'm saying. Me too. That's what I'm saying.
But then also, what was he? Did he tell her to shoot her twice, or is that just like a liberty that like Jacinda would have taken? Like, because like
Right.
one shot in the back is good enough.
Yeah.
Like that's already bad enough. Like the second shot, what's going on there?
Lady Fire thinks that Liz might be a suspect. Was she at the hospital all night?
I mean, she did go over to she went over to Carly's, the Metro Court,
Oh
and
yeah,
she
that's
walked
right.
in
Okay.
on Carly who's threatening to kill Drew.
That's right. She did. She ran over there. She was like, girl. And Drew was like, you heard that, didn't you? Elizabeth didn't say nothing. She's mad at Drew too. You can tell she's like, whatever, Drew. But she did warn Carly, come on, girl, play it differently.
Yeah.
And and I almost was with that. I was almost with what you were saying.
And in a world where Willow had not done the stuff that she had done with Daisy,
Right.
yes, that totally makes sense. But nobody other than Jason and Sonny, nobody else knows
Right.
that Michael and Dante that about Willow screwing around with Daisy. So like
Yes.
that's the whole reason. Like, yes, without that, sure, Michael should make a different choice. But like Michael's like seriously like, hey, this lady was screwing with a baby that wasn't even
I
hers.
know.
Like, why would I want her to be around her children?
Yes.
So it makes it hard pressed for to totally buy into Liz's argument, which is a good one, but she doesn't have all the facts.
No. Now the thing is, I think Jacinda did it. Drew turned her down and threatened to have her arrested, and she shot him.
Ah,
Goes to the girls for money. Now that's more plausible, kids.
yeah.
That's more plausible. Samantha says she brings up Marco because she thinks it's part of his plan to get Sonny back, make it look like he's responsible. But see, my thing is, Frank, there's also this whole thing about the judge being dead and this money situation. Like, how's it going to look? Because whoever did it has to make it look like it came from Sonny or Michael.
Right. And I don't
I'm
know
wondering
if
how
I can
that's
prove
going to.
that.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I don't know how easy it is to be able to prove that. I would think that Michael and Sonny would make sure that their accounts were
Right.
all that they're not missing any money that can't be traced back to them, but I don't know.
Nina knows. I think Nina believes Willow did it. I think Nina did tell Nina. Sidwell said Drew was a problem to the plan. That's why I said Veronica. I'm like, I wouldn't count out Sidwell. I think Sidwell took out fucking Drew and the judge.
Certainly for the judge, there's enough reason to feel like that suspicion could fall to Sonny or Michael for that. So that there's plenty of reasons for that. I mean, because it makes like why would Sidwell, unless you can directly trace that money, which Sidwell is smart enough to make sure that's not going to happen.
Right.
Yeah, like Sonny can have that the right suspicion. As he's like, it's just she was floating right outside of Spoon Island. So doesn't that make you think Sidwell? But how do you prove that?
Right.
And what was I think like Sonny can figure out a rationale, but how do you convince everybody else that's like, yeah, hey, let me tell you this crazy idea about the Sidwell guy.
Right. So I think it's very interesting that they. So the show's been surprising me very nicely, having her dad. Then Tuesday, like I said, on Tuesday, having Drew get shot, and then the rest of the week, and then having on Friday, Scout's missing.
Yeah.
It was all and all the stuff in between, but it was just kind of like, yeah, yes, I got yes on Dallas. I thought it was Sue Ellen, right? And it was Kristen. You were the one who shot Jr. I remember that whole scene. But as I'm saying, the first I almost said nominees. The first people that probably say did it are probably not the ones who did it. Obviously, that's a trope on TV. Period. Right? That's a Law and Order episode. Like I think it's this person, but it's that janitor who crossed his eyes twice. That's all. I have a feeling the first one's up for charges will not be. It's not gonna be Alexis. I don't think it's gonna be Alexis. It's too just like her saying yes, I will kill you. I mean, that's just. I mean, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it's her. But again, you and I said this the week before, 2 weeks ago. I don't want it to be somebody so insignificant that I'm like, because so far it's really good right now. Like I'm actually impressed on how they're really setting this up.
True, because like in the world where they had not set up that Kai and Trina were in there, I could have been like, oh well, it could be Kai, and that he's insignificant enough that we could get rid of him. And it's fine.
Right.
But now that they showed us, like, nope, it's definitely not Kai.
Oh.
Like the other suspects that we have so far are pretty. I mean, other than Jacinda, are pretty decent.
And then with Carly, well, no, I guess that's wrong because we know she's unwittingly a part of the whole fight. Poppy doesn't even know it yet. She's part of that because of Joss. But I guess she's in the Michael storyline right now. I think that's what it is. Okay, right now. But I was thinking about the fight. Poppy's thing happening at the same time. Now we don't know what happened to Britt. Jason walks in looking crazy, like at the lab. But call it. She couldn't get service. All of a sudden, all of a sudden you can't get service. It made me laugh.
What I didn't understand is that she finally gets tackled by Pascal while she's finally starting to scream into the phone. Yet Jason gets to her room and finds this note that's written to her.
Yeah.
Like, when did she have time to write this note?
Yeah. Unless she's always had it there just in case after he came. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe, but I felt like, okay, like Pascal here, I'll be right out. I know you were tackling me with this phone, but I'll be out just a second. I have to write something real quick.
Oh, wait a minute. East Coaster says something that I forgot about this part. Cody's trying to call Molly. And it says 911. What if he has scouts?
He probably does.
Yeah, I totally forgot that just now. So I said that. You're right. That's right. He's calling. So maybe Scout went to the Quartermains and Cody has her at the stables.
I'm sure that's it. And I feel like, yeah, as much as Alexis wants Scout to stay there, I mean, we know that that's not a practicality with Rick in the basement. So,
right.
Molly
is like, you crazy? Are you crazy, Mom? Like what the hell? Like, you want to bring her? You want to bring her here? Because I can see her finding out he's there.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know. Maybe that's on purpose. Maybe they made an East Scout to be there. I don't know. But yeah, that's gonna be a major character. I know. I don't want to not be a major. I want it to be a major character on some level. At least somebody who can go away for a while. It's fine. I mean, I don't want it to be some no-name person out of nowhere. I mean, I don't want that. But back to the Joss. Okay, this is the one storyline I can't get into. And the whole Joss and Vaughn are tied up. First, you're gonna go into a boat and be in the Adriatic Sea and be killed there. But no, I'm not gonna do that now. Now you guys are. He says you're useful, or they said you're useful. I don't know. He, she, whatever. So whoever's running this thing wants them still alive.
Maybe it's Valentine. He's got something going from Steinmauer.
Well, I saw some of her digests, and Valentine is returning.
I saw that as well. So, I mean, what maybe, and while he's not behind it, maybe he knows who is, and so that's why they need him out to be able to help stop whoever it is. Could be.
Jason almost gets killed, but survives. Whoever these assassins are, that old geezer. That old geezer.
That guy, he couldn't have been any closer to Jason, and he still missed. That was insane to me. I was like, oh, Jason's getting shot. I thought for sure with the way they're framing that up.
I know.
And then he totally misses.
Because I thought, oh, it'd be funny. Both brothers shot, separate situations. Nah. Get some fines to note. And like I said, walks to the lab, was like,
There had to be a better way to film that sequence to make it more suspenseful. Because it was just so comical. It's like, what? Come on. GH, you're usually better than this.
true. I said, but that storyline is, I'm tired of that storyline already.
And I don't understand how, like, the Britch gives Jocelyn that little manicure
yes,
to get out of it, and we see them knock out that guard, and then we come back to it, and they're already tied up again. I'm like, what? How do we even? All right, sure.
I know. The worst hitman in history. I know. That's what I'm saying. It's they keep saying people, they just don't, they can't do their job. Like, these people can't do their job. But meanwhile, looks like Brennan's gonna be killing somebody.
Yeah, I did like that. Finally, it's up. Claudette's time's up. Looks like
You're going to the black place, he said, or something.
I need to go. I need to go now. It's too late.
Too late. Yeah, that guy is like, okay. And she tried to go out fighting though at first. She was like, yeah, your negligence is still. He was like, yeah, get out. He didn't care what she had to say. Just get out. He's like, get out. And Anna was standing there listening. Like, and Anna is, oh my God, Carly is going to be pissed when she finds out. You know she is. She's going to find out, and Anna's going to say, I told you so. Because I think Frank Moran.
Yes, James Law Jr.
There was a chem test a few weeks ago with Anna and Brennan at the bar. She was drunk.
Right.
So breaks up with Carly, falls into Anna's bed. I can see that totally happening.
What I liked out of that conversation from the bar was that Brennan was like, hey, not everybody's had a bad experience with the WSB. And some of those experiences were brought on by your choices, Anna. Which I like because it's like a government organization. It's like saying that everybody hates being in the CIA or the FBI or anything like that. It's like I am sure that there are plenty of people that have been in those that have had a negative experience, but plenty of others too that have had a very positive experience and are proud to have served. So I did like Brennan calling Anna out finally because it's just we keep hearing Anna talking about the woe is me. Like Frisco would have stayed with WSB for as long as he did if it was a crappy organization.
Right. I know. There's a yes chem test. Somebody saying yes. Well, I saw it. I was like, oh, this is interesting. She kind of drunk. And I mean, I'm like, okay. Mm-hmm.
Well, it was certainly getting her with Anna, or Brennan with Anna, definitely kind of irritates the whole Valentine. You could like because Valentine they both want each other dead. So
yes.
Him with Anna would enrage Valentine.
That would do it. That'd do her. It would. So we have that going on with Britt. I guess she's in the. I'm assuming she's in the lab, maybe tied up or something. I don't know what's going on. He walks in like, oh my God, and we still don't know who he is. The omnipotent one there.
Yeah, like I saw a little thing that's like, hey, if Nathan and Britt are still alive, that she's going to be thinking about Cesar Faison. Do you want him to still be alive?
Well, the thing is, they took his brain out and everything. It was all perfect. They did something that was like too seriously, just like this is it.
Yeah.
They used that with Cesar, and I think Anderson was not wanting to come back. I think he's done. I don't think he's retired or something. So I don't know. I mean, I don't want Cesar Faison back. There are plenty of people that could do it in his place. I think, like I said, I'm a Victor Castelline person, but they haven't mentioned him. Valentine can be fine. He can be in charge. I'm fine. Nathan gone bad. Okay, maybe. I mean, I just don't. I think there's other options I'd rather see.
And then we have Maxie just hanging out in a coma unit out in Boston.
That was really well done. Their goodbyes were really well done. Ralph Anderson for me, just his character is such a very interesting character. It walks a fine line all the time. Spinelli can be a very annoying character for some, or too much. because he's really playing a character on the show, but because he's played him for so long and they have such chemistry, I buy everything he says. I get it. I just completely how soft he was when he was talking to her. I believe it. I again, he's a character. I agree a little too much, but in those see him saying goodbye and him being just him hanging on Lulu for a little bit. They're friends also. I mean, like it all fits. It all it all fits. Hey, Mac in there. At least he had a few lines in there. Felicia. I mean, it was yeah. And so now she's off in a coma. So in real life, Homegirl's in Tennessee. I hope whatever's going on, it all works out. And I'd love to see her back. It's a character I like. I think you do
Yeah.
too. It's a character I like.
Yeah. And I did see somebody post that she's now off contract. So hopefully, I don't know whether she's going to stay off contract when she comes back next year or.
A while back, we actually I forgot we had the I forgot about them the Cody and Dante reconciliation of some sort.
Yeah.
Finally, he brought the beer over. This very dude thing, and they finally had but the whole thing about Brooklyn stuff. They finally talked.
Yeah, and then even having Gio having a chance to talk with both Dante and uh Brooklyn at separate instances of the church.
Yeah,
Nice. Like,
that was very nice.
yeah, I'm just down with kind of just like, okay. I'm hoping that that is a way for us to get this moving closer to some. So yeah, they don't need to be thick as thieves or anything like that, or like him calling him mom and dad or anything like that. But like I don't know if we're really getting anything by like Gio just standing at the MetroCorp pool, just kind of like that
Yes,
hurt look on his face all the time.
yes, I love it. How do you feel about Nathan coming back? I don't know yet. I don't know what the storyline is. I wish I could comment. I don't know if Frank has any comments. I don't have any comments. I'm not just trying to cop out. I'm just like, I don't know what. I haven't heard anything yet. We have no context. The first I heard it wasn't going to be Nathan, but now I heard it is going to be Nathan. So I don't know what the context is. So I can't even. His death was it was an amazing scene, amazing stuff they did. It was for the death. He's been dead for like what 10 years, but it's almost 10 years at this point. He's been dead for a while, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I'm uh it's interesting because it's I mean certainly with that connection with Maxie, but with her being off canvas as well right now. So I guess the focus is really going to be on Britt, Nina, and Obrecht, like that side of the family, and not so much as the Maxi part of it. I mean, I'm sure having a chance for him to see James and stuff is one thing, but
Mm-hmm.
which would be nice. So we don't know how long he's back for. It's supposedly like a meaty story, but that doesn't give any indication to length.
Yeah,
Uh, so I don't know. I mean, I he was a character that grew on me during his time in GH, and his performance, his ability as a performer grew.
yeah. Well, folks. So we had Ryan Pavey on the show. We were back at AfterBuzz TV. We got to have him on the show and stuff, and and even he talked about how people kept saying he had wooden performance and stuff, and how he's gotten better. I like Ryan. Ryan, we found he's a very smart guy, and realized he's a very smart, really smart guy. So and kind of a nerd in some sense. So I'm curious to see how he has grown since then because he did a video the other day. I just talking about how his life is changing and things are different, and he had left Hollywood for a while. So I'm like, I'm very curious to see whatever it is he does, what he brings to the table, coming back. I don't know. I don't. Again, they said Bridge story could be about bringing Jack her brother back. Could be, I guess. The head writers confirmed he's turning as Nathan. Okay, well, I haven't seen that part. I can't say anything until I see it myself. I don't want because people look at me crazy. But if that is the truth, then I'm just curious to see what he brings to the table. What he brings to the table. Now, if he's a little older, he's left Hollywood for a while, a little wiser. What the performance will be? I'm really curious.
Yeah, if it focuses more on that side of the family, I'm curious. I mean, that means some really great, like him and like a reunion scene between him and Obrecht would be great.
Him and Nina.
Uh,
That's
and
Jay.
Nina, yeah,
That's Jay.
yeah.
He's there met James.
No, so those would all be great things. It would be great for him to play, and as long as the door is left open for him to come back in the future at some point, I'm down.
Him and Cody be interesting. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
They're kind of cousins on some level or whatever, I guess, or something. However that works. They're all related somehow through marriages or whatever or something. So I'm like, they're all part of the same family. So he's James's uncle. So that's one thing for sure. So I mean, it's just kind of in a weird way. So like, it could be great.
Seeing Amy, a reunion of the Manlanders. So
Oh no, we have no Manlanders. We don't speak of the other thing, and we don't speak of Manlanders. No Manlanders, kids. So is it Carly, Jason, Britt triangle? Good question.
No, I don't think Carly's in on that. Carly's in it so much as like Carly's a woman in Jason's life. I think for more, I think Britt's concern isn't that it could be that kind of triangle, given the past that happened with Jason and Carly and her. But I don't think for Jason, I don't think it's a Carly Britt triangle. I think the focus is more on Britt, but Carly still being an important part of his life.
It's all. I mean,
because I feel like James, and tell me if you think differently. Like since Jason came back this last time, the show really has not investigated or delved deep into any of that stuff that was going on when he left the first time.
They haven't, but I almost think wisely they haven't. And I just wonder, because I've been told the end game is Carly and Jason. That's the end game. So but they see other people and all stuff, and they get together at the end. So I'm just curious, when Rick comes back, will they allow a full on, because whenever they were going that direction, a full on romance, a Brit romance? I'm just curious if they're going to go full steam ahead or not. That's my question.
I mean, knowing GH, I could say with zero confidence that they could go either way on that.
Right.
I would love for them to, but I think we've all seen, both you and I and the fans, potential romantic possibilities just strangled quickly and die on the vine on that show.
But also the problem is they don't like people being alone, and Carly is usually not alone for long. So if she spins out of the orbit of Jack, unless they try to keep her with Jack on some level, I don't know, Frank. I mean, where does she go next?
I mean, I guess it depends on how big they're making this, or how they write Carly taking the truth that comes out that Carly's a WSB, or that Jocelyn's a WSB agent, how she was recruited, that Brennan didn't tell her any of this. But Brennan's been straight with her saying, I can't tell you about my job. So I don't know. I'll be curious to see about that.
Yeah. Like I said, originally they were going that direction. It all got cut off for various reasons. So now they're back. I heard back on track. They say Carly and Curtis. I think Curtis is going to Jordan.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think they're really going that direction. Carly remember her and Sean were together for a bit. So I mean, Curtis and Carly be really pretty, but I don't think I think they're going to do let's see. It just depends if they're going to have Carly forgive Jack. That's a great. She may forgive him.
Yeah.
He may explain himself about. Maybe Jocelyn explains it. I mean, who knows? Because will she be mad at Josh also for not telling? She should be, right?
Yeah, but I mean, if you're a secret agent, like that there's a whole part about being the secret part where it's like, like how mad can you be at somebody for not revealing you their secret nature? I don't know. That's tough. That's tough. I mean, yes, you want to be able to tell your family what's going on with your life, but also if you're sworn to secrecy about this, how mad can you be at them? Where it's like, well, yes, you can be mad for sure, but you can also understand why they didn't tell you because you're a secret agent and you're not allowed to say that stuff.
So I'm saying, I don't.
Maybe they'll put Carly and Martin together.
Oh my God, hope not. No, I saw Martin Tracy. I still want that. It's fun seeing him talk to Lulu. at her article that she ended up putting out.
Oh, yes.
She put it out, and some paper I never heard before. I forgot the name of the paper. Somebody I never heard of.
And there she is, just on the Willow. Do you want to just tell me some quotes off the record? And if you ever want to speak on the record,
Right.
just think of me.
I heard so many where poor Dr. Robinson. Do you want to say anything? I'm like, because I know that after Curtis. I mean, and Russell was like, no, bitch, get out. And he kept looking at Nina. Nina was like, don't talk to me. I don't know.
What I liked is that Lulu walks into the office
Yes.
knowing she's interrupting something,
Yes.
and rather than just saying, "Oh, I'll come back later," closing the door, comes fully in and closes the door. And just says, "Now I am here as well."
She
And
did. She did.
let me just be inconvenient to both of you.
Yes. I loved it. I loved it. Oh, I loved it. I was like, that was hilarious. I loved it. It was, oh my God, it was so funny. But they would make Lulu likable. That's a good question, Cheryl, also. Ooh, that's a very good question. My thing is highly doubtable.
Yeah, I don't know. She's reading this deep, dark expose on Congressman Cutthroat.
Cutthroat, and I love that kind of cutthroat. But again, Jane Elliott sells it. She has this complete multi-layer performance. I just was not so I was surprised that she found you and was really upset about it. And it's like no matter what, it reminded me of what he and her and Brooklyn talked about how he was nice at one point. And then how this is gonna hurt Monica. She's looking out for Monica. And then how it's just this weird, it's a weird feeling because he is part of the family after all. He is her brother's son. So for her, it's a really interesting thing for her.
It is too, just because, yeah, there's just the way that you play that. It's like you can't stand the guy, but yes, he's also family. And then when push comes to shove and somebody's life is on the line and they are a quartermain of sorts, and yeah, I guess that becomes more important than anything else. But I mean, we're really hitting that the Monica's extremely frail stage. So,
Yes.
I know that, and from what I've articles that I've read, that the show is just we're doing our farewell to Monica.
Yes. I heard that too.
I feel like it's, uh, tough to do when, the actress that's been portraying her has been gone for so long. So, uh, but also, that's how life is, especially on soaps.
Yeah.
They, very, very rarely do you get like a Tristan Rogers type of
Right.
opportunity to be able to
Right.
say kind of goodbye and wrap up a character of sorts.
Right. Yeah, we have to look forward to this fall, obviously. So that's one of the things I know for sure.
Uh,
Uh,
heck, I saw somebody with comment on Twitter about it. Just curious to see how, like the Jason scenes after the Monica death is revealed, and I am looking forward to that because I feel like that is a, uh, you know, much like even with the Drew scenes, like with Leslie's inability to be available given her various issues. Those were scenes that definitely were missed.
yeah.
It was Jason and Monica, and even Drew and Monica scenes.
Yeah, they did. I mean, we've been posting stuff online, so I look at those things, sometimes little snippets. But I don't know. But I will say as we wrap this up, and thanks to the almost 100 people watching this right now, thank you. Um, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the show right now, and I know some folks aren't enjoying it, and blah blah. That's fine, but for me, I am enjoying it, and a lot of people are being represented in the storyline. It's a great umbrella story. There's people. There's I mean, like I said, Portia and all of them, they're all heavily involved in the storyline, so they're in the story. So everybody's doing something right now, which is very rare. So it's like this. I like when umbrella stories where everybody has scenes, and everybody's doing it. They're doing it. I think they're doing it, and I actually appreciate it.
No, it is nice. There's definitely like this whole Drew thing, and then there's the Sidwell bit, and then there's what's happening with Brit and everything over there, the WSB component. I feel like all three of those are kind of cooking at a good level, kind of intermixing
Yes.
in different ways. So yeah, I feel like there's and very rarely do you, at least in this last week or so, are you running across like a dud day where you're like, ugh, this is gonna be just an exposition dump day or something like that.
We have those on Young and the Restless every day. All right, kids. That's it for today. We've done 2 hours of this show. I gotta go. I got an air conditioner now, so I feel good in here, Frank.
Woo!
Changed my life this week. But I'm hungry. I want to eat, folks. I want to eat.
Oh, what's his name?
But I wish. Not today. No eating. I'm eating. It comes from a bucket. But yes, I'm enjoying the story. I'm enjoying the stories right now. So right now, I'm giving you also props right now. I'm enjoying this crafted story. Please continue it. Do not crap it out.
Yes.
Please continue it. And right now, it's well crafted at the moment. So please, yeah, keep it going. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Samantha. The AC is changed. Literally, you can't see it, but it's back over here. And it's on right now and changing my life. I'm not sweating profusely. Thank you. We'll be back. We're back. I can't get out. We'll be back next Sunday. Again, Beyond the Gates, Young and the Restless, Bold and Beautiful, and GH. We do it starting at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 Eastern on Sundays. We'll be back next Sunday doing that again. Frank, tell folks, they know where they can find you, but tell them where they can find you anyway.
Find me on Twitter and Instagram, or X, or anywhere else, at Happy Go Jackie.
On the corner of Burbank Boulevard and what's that famous dry cleaners? Edie and something. Somebody in Edie. Oh my God, Eddie is. It's a famous dry cleaners. I think it's pink on the outside. It has this thing. Their bags are legendary for they hold the clothes in. It's just, I'm thinking. I gotta find it. I gotta find it and send it to you. It's in Burbank.
Oh, all right.
I almost said Stephen Edie, but that's somebody else. Clearly that's somebody else. So yes, that's yes, folks, and yes, Roger Howarth.
Milton Eddie. How about that?
Yes, Milton Eddie's. That's what it is. Yes, you ever seen them? They have the interesting bags, and the place looks like it's like a diner, but it's not a diner. It's a dry cleaners.
Oh, it's true. Kind of looks like a wedding chapel.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's so crazy. I see it all the time. I thought it was so cool. I don't know if the dry cleaning is good or not, but I think that. But yes, before we go, we got to announce, yes, Roger Howarth, Tamara Braun, and Matt Cohn, who played Griffin, are all coming to Young and the Restless. Michelle Staffs are posting pictures with them saying, I'm reunited. So they're all coming over there, Frank. You got to watch Young and the Restless now. They're coming over there.
I don't know, somebody posted like, hey, these people don't come cheap. So that means there's going to be other people on that show who are going to be getting the boot.
Probably. You didn't hear from me at all, probably. Because they also bring back also a new Noah Newman, guy Lucas Adams, who I known from Days of Our Lives. Now it's going over there too. Yeah, something's going on over there. I don't know. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. I know nothing. I'm interviewing Billy Flynn later this week. If you're a Billy Flynn fan, one-on-one. He was on Days. Now he's on GH. He's my friend for 9 years. I'm interviewing him.
How's Mark J. Freeman just sitting around tolerating that?
I know he does. I talked to Mark J. Freeman the other day, and he was like, yes, Mark J. Freeman Flynn is his name. Yeah, he's not happy, but that's how life works. But he's friends with Billy, of course. You guys, have a great week. If it's hot where you are, please be careful and watch your dog's paws on the hot stuff. And if you're somewhere where it's raining, be careful because there's stuff going there too. And we'll see you next Sunday.